Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Dr. Syed Azhar. In today's lecture, we will study homogeneous systems of linear equations and non-homogeneous systems of linear equations. First of all, we have to know about linear equation and system of linear equation. Look at this first equation. 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. In the first term of this equation, the exponent of variable x is 1, as well as in the second term, the exponent of variable y is also 1. And the term on the right side has the exponent of variable 0. So such type of equations are known as linear equations. So all these four equations are linear equations. So I wrote here both are systems of linear equations. So what is the basic difference between these two equation systems? Since in the this one is our first system and this one is our second system. In the first system, the constant terms are not all zeros, and in the second system, all the constants are 0. And such type of system of linear equation is also known as homogeneous system of linear equations, and this one is a non-homogeneous system of linear equations. Can be written as ax is equal to b. In the same fashion, we can write homogeneous system. In this system, when the matrix B becomes a zero matrix, then we write homogeneous system like ax is equal to 0 matrix instead of matrix B. Now, if we draw the graph of this system, because this system is a homogeneous and we are interested in homogeneous system, so let's draw its graph. The graph of this system is this straight line represents minus x plus y, the second equation of the second system, and this straight line represents x plus y is equal to 0, the first equation of the second system. Look at these two straight lines, both are intersecting each other at the origin. So this shows that this origin is the solution of this homogeneous system. This shows that every homogeneous system passes through the origin, means every homogeneous system has origin as a solution. So we know that if a system has a solution, then such system is known as a consistent system. So from this we conclude that every homogeneous system is a consistent homogeneous system of straight lines. Now these are the main points of a homogeneous system of linear equations. In general, a homogeneous system can be written as ax is equal to O, where O represents a null matrix, and x is equal to 0 satisfy a homogeneous system, and it will always satisfy a homogeneous system. So this shows that a homogeneous system has a solution, and we know that a system having solution known as consistent system, so a homogeneous system is always a consistent system. And a solution x equals 0 is called a trivial solution, and a solution other than trivial solution known as a non-trivial solution. A trivial solution is also known as a zero solution, and a non-trivial solution is also known as a non-zero solution. In case of non-trivial solution, we will get infinite number of solutions, and we will discuss these points in the upcoming two examples. And the solution of homogeneous systems can be computed as we have discussed the solution of such type of systems A equals B. Remember, most of the time we are needed in non-trivial solutions of homogeneous system of linear equations, because in future we will need them in transformations, in vector spaces, and eigenvalue problems. Now let's discuss an example. Determine whether or not each of the following system has a non-zero solution, means a non-trivial solution. First of all, we will solve its first part. In the first part, we have a system of homogeneous equations. X plus y minus z is equal to 0, 2x plus 4y minus z is equal to 0, 3x plus 2y plus 2z is equal to 0. Its corresponding coefficient matrix is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, minus 1, minus 1, 2, minus 1, minus 1, 2. To find its solution, we have to transform this coefficient matrix in echelon form. Since the pivot entry in this matrix in the first row is 1, so below this entry we have to transform these entries into 0. So to make it 0, we have to subtract 2 times of first row from R2 and 3 times of first row from the third row. So these are our desired operations. So 2 times of 1 gives us 2, and subtract that 2 from 2, we will get 0. 2 times of 1 gives us 1, and subtract that 2 times of 1 gives us 2, and subtract that 2 from 4, we will get 2. So 2 times of minus 1 gives us minus 2, and due to subtraction we will get it plus 2. So plus 2 and minus 1 gives us plus 1. Now in the third row, 3 times of 1 gives us 3, and subtract that 3 from 3, we will get 0. 3 times of this one gives us 3, and subtract that 3 from 2, we will get minus 1. 3 times of minus 1 gives us minus 3, and since we are doing subtraction, so that minus 3 will become plus 3, and add that entry with 2, we will get 3 plus 2 equals 5. Now these are the 2 pivot entries. So below this pivot entry we obtained zeros, so this column is now okay, and we have to get 0 instead of minus 1 to make this an echelon matrix. So for this purpose, this one is our desired operation. Here we added 1 over 2 times of second row in the third row. The first row and second row will remain same. Now 1 over 2 times of 0 gives us 0, and add with 0 we will get 0 here. Now 1 over 2 times of 2 gives us 1, and add that 1 with this minus 1, we will get 0. 1 over 2 times of 1 gives us 0.5, and add that 0.5 with this 5, we will get 5.5. Now look at this matrix. These are the pivot entries, so, and it shows that all the 3 columns are the pivot columns. So x, y, z, all the 3 variables will be basic variables. To get the solution, we start from R3. So R3 gives us, since this one is the coefficient of x and this one is the coefficient of y, so these 2 terms will become 0, and we will get 5.5 into z is equal to 0 from the third row. And clearly from this we obtained z is equal to 0. From second row, 2y plus z is equal to 0. Put this value of z in this equation, we will get 2y is equal to 0 will give us y equals 0. And from the first row we will get x plus y minus z, x plus y minus z is equal to 0. Put these values in this equation, we will get x is equal to 0. Hence x, y, z is equal to 0, 0, 0 is the solution of the given homogeneous system. Now look at that solution. This solution is a unique one, and we obtain this unique solution because here all the variables are the basic variable. So remember, when all the variables become basic variables, you will get a unique solution. Now this one is the second system of homogeneous equations. Its corresponding coefficient matrix is this one. Similarly, we have to transform this matrix in echelon form. So to make this entry 0, we have to add R1 and R2. So just R2 plus R1 is our desired first operation. To make this one 0, we have to subtract 2 times of R1 from R3. So R3 minus 2 R1 is our second desired operation. Just perform these operations, you will get this matrix. Let's explain this one. Add R1 and R2. So 3 plus minus 3 gives us 0. Add 5 with minus 2, you will get 3. Add minus 4 with 4, you will get 0. In third row, no, for R3, subtract 2 times of 3 from 6, you will get 0. 2 times of 2 times of 5 will give you 10, and subtract that 10 from 1, you will get minus 9. And 2 times of minus 4, due to subtraction, it will become plus 8. So minus 8 plus 8 will give you 0. Now, these are the pivot entries. So to get here 0, we have to subtract we have to add 3 times of second row in third row to get 0 here. We have to add 3 times of R2 in the third row. So the first row and second row will remain same, and 3 times of this 3 will give you 9, and add that 9 with minus 9, you will get 0. Now, these are the pivot entries associated with first column and second column. Shows that first and second columns are pivot columns. So x and y are the basic variables, while z1 is a free variable. In case of free variable, we take z equals z. And from second row, we get 3y is equal to 0, gives us y is equal to 0. And from first row, we get 3x 5y minus 4z is equal to 0. Put this value of y, we will get 3x minus 4z is equal to 0, and shift minus 4z on the right side, you will get 3x is equal to 4z. We have to calculate x, so divide both sides by 3, you will get x is equal to 4 by 3 into z. So x, y, z is equal to 4 by 3 into z, comma 0, comma z is the solution of this homogeneous system. Now look at this solution. If we z equals 1, we will get 4 by 3, comma 0, comma 1. But if we put z equals 3, we will get 4, 0, and 3. This shows that for each and every value of z, you obtain a solution. So this shows that this system has infinite number of solutions. Now compare the previous example and this example. In the previous example, all the variables were the basic variables, so in that case we obtained a unique solution. But here, since we have a free variable, so we obtained infinite number of solutions. So this is the end of today's lecture. Feel free and ask questions.